Hey YouTube, I'm Aquatic Ma. Welcome to the Aquatic Ma channel. You gotta excuse my fro because it's going to cover up my fish tanks. Oh man. Try to fix it, but it's just not working. But anyways, we're gonna talk about the two male betta tanks that are up there behind me, behind my fro. And we're also going to take a look at how I scape them, exactly what's going on. The way I scape my fish tanks is not just for my pleasure, the decor. It's also to keep in mind the way that the fish move. And one of my fish is really shy. So I had to take that in consideration. That's Mr. Fred's tank, which is over here. And I really wanted to do a stone, like a dragon stone type of feel to the scape, but he's very shy, like I said, and I'm scared that he's gonna bolt right into that hard edges of dragon stone. So we're just gonna take a look at his simple betta setup. Stay tuned. So here's the finished product of Mr. If We Focus. Mr. If We Focus. Okay, so this is the finished product of Commander's tank. You can see it is full of tannins because of that one piece of driftwood right there. I have a piece of cardboard separating the two fish so that they don't see each other. And I have to warn you guys, my plants have died back very badly. Like extremely bad, but they are growing back super well, and that is just because I didn't add these lights up here, and I'll talk about them in a minute. But for now, we're just going to take a look at the scapes. Okay, so this is Mr. Commander's tank. And you'll recognize some of the plants that are in here. He's a little freaked out because it just turned on the lights. But his sponge filter is actually not hooked up, obviously. There's the pump up there. I just bought this connector and I haven't hooked up the sponge filter just yet because I need to do a water change on it and I wanted to wait before I did that. But he has a very simple setup. It's got, well, it's a little bit more complicated. He has the more complicated scape compared to his buddy next to him. Let's get a better view of him. And he's not very shy at all. He's very active. He loves to go around the tank, go through the nooks and crannies, and he started a bubble nest up here. But yeah, that's his tank. Now I'm going to be a little bit quieter here and try not to bump the tank. There's a lot of stuff in front of me. This is Mr. Fred's tank. He does have the sponge filter going, and in my opinion that's way too high. So I'm going to turn it down once I add the connectors. But I'm going to do a water change tomorrow, get all these dead plants out of here. I tried to take good care of them, but I don't think a lot of them are going to make it. Like, for example, this plant right here is definitely dying. The sword is dying back. I need to trim that. But he has a very simple scape, just smooth rocks. And I do have my palm right here, just to give him some added cover. If he doesn't feel like being seen, he can just go right behind there and just be out of the line of sight. And like I said, they're really freaking out kind of because I just turned the lights back on. Anyways, we're going to talk a little bit about the lighting. These are actually houseplant lights, aka grow lights, if you know what I mean. And what they are is, it's just a clip in the back, if you can see that up there. And they're both connected to the same clip. I have the control switch right here, very nifty. And it has a couple different settings on it. You can put them on for 6 hours, 12 hours. You can dim the lights if you want to. I really don't do that. I just shut them off. My patio now has curtains, so during a certain time of the day, I just draw the curtains back, and then I go ahead and turn off the lights once the sunlight stops hitting them, which is pretty neat. I love this ambient lighting, and you can really see the tannins in Mr. Commander's tank versus Mr. Fred's tank. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me put together these tanks. Leave some comments down there and tell me what you think about them. Tell me what you would change or maybe add something to it. I won't be scaping any more tanks for a while. I am setting up my 60-gallon, which you're going to see later this week. And all it has in it right now, honestly, is just substrate. The lights for that tank will be coming in Monday, so I'll film that. I'll film a little bit about what I think would go in that tank or what I'm thinking of putting in that tank. I'm really stumped with the 60-gallon because it is so tall for short me. I'm 5'1", and even standing on a chair and going down into that tank, I still cannot reach the bottom of it. Basically, half of my body is in that tank. And on top of that, me not being able to reach the bottom of that tank, even with 12-inch tongs, I'll mind you, like, I've had people tell me that I can use just aquascaping tongs and I'll be able to reach the bottom. I still cannot reach the bottom of that tank even with 12-inch aquascaping tongs, so it's pretty sad. Yes, I know. But anyway, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with that tank. Like I said, I want it to be planted for sure. I know that I do want to get some angelfish, possibly from Joseph if he's going to sell his. And I'm thinking about maybe 4 of those in there. But other than that, I'm pretty stumped with that tank. But anyways, we'll see that later on in the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just subscribe to me, like, comment, and you'll see some pretty cool stuff later on in this month.